guys, welcome back to another episode of Get Inspired, Stay Inspired. I just want to say thank you to all of you who are either listening to this as a podcast or watching it as a video. Overjoyed and overwhelmed as always to have you with me on this particular inspiring journey, and hope your day is going great, and I hope everything is going well for you. So, what have I got in store for you this particular episode? Another interesting inspirational passage that I'll be going through with you in the effort to motivate, inspire, and empower you in any way that I can. And how do I do that? Well, I made the decision this year to try and teach what I have learnt through my channeled writings, and also share as much as I can with you in the hope that I can inspire you, motivate you, and empower you. So yes, this is what you're getting yourself into, and if you are part of this journey, then you become part of my little family. We've got a little partnership going, and the partnership is we help each other, we motivate and inspire each other. As I've always said, you being a part of my channel inspires me, it motivates me, it keeps me going, and it keeps me saying, you know what, keep doing this, Alicia, keep doing it, don't quit, don't stop. And why do I want to do it? Because I just want to help others. In the weeks that I've been doing this particular series, I've come to understand that it's all about helping others to transition and helping others to kind of interpret things in their own way. So I'm teaching you how to interpret these soulful words, these soulful writings, and I'm hoping you're going to learn how to begin interpreting them for yourself in your own way. That is, to me, the empowering aspect to what I'm doing. And something I kind of wanted to do through the written word, but I realize now that, you know, writing isn't enough. You sometimes have to put yourself out there so that you can explain what you are doing, or explain your concepts, your ideologies, your teachings, your trainings, explain it in more depth so people get it easily. And you know, they may not have to read through pages and pages of written material to get what you're trying to say. You can share that right away in front of the camera and help people get it quickly or immediately, or, you know, within a few days. But guess what my problem was? I didn't want to sit and go in front of camera. I just didn't want to do that. I was being guided in this direction for many years, and I was being kind of pushed to go in this direction, and I knew it. I knew this was the next step to take, but I refused to take it because of my own kind of sabotage, you name it. I held myself back. And one of the reasons I held myself back was because I just felt I couldn't do it. That's how I felt. And you may be feeling regarding your situational circumstances. You may have realized after watching several episodes that there are things you need to do, but you just can't. I was at that place. I was in that place. I just felt I can't. Something was holding me back. It was only myself that was holding me back. And you may find that you're holding yourself back in some way. And, you know, this is what sort of one of the key things that I'm working through with you guys. And, you know, as I've always said, I'm evolving. I feel blessed in a way to be doing this and sharing it with you. So what have we got in store for you today? Okay, now this particular passage is called Expect the Best. I like that. The best. Expect the best. And it says, let me always expect the best in any given situation. For whatever I expect, I am bound to receive. Now, for me, this is a powerful passage about expectation, and I love the truth behind it or within it. Let me always expect the best. Now, in life, what do? We never expect the best. We always expect the worst. Why? I have no idea, but that's how we are wired. We always expect the worst thing to happen rather than the best thing to happen. This passage is reminding you on a soulful level, it's time to expect the best, not the worst, not the doom and gloom, not the kind of negative things you think, oh my gosh, if they happen, what am I going to do? My life is this, my life is that. You know, you're continuously accepting the worst of any given situation, okay? But this passage is reminding you to expect the best in any given situation. So no matter what you're facing right now, no matter what you are doing right now, change your expectations into one. Instead of being fearful or apprehensive or feeling worried about the situation that you're facing or that you're in or that you're going into or coming out of, expect the best instead. Now, what determines whether we expect the best or we don't? It's us. It's that bond that we have either on a mindset level with all that's going on in the physical, or that bond an alignment with a lovely soulful frequency of all that is going on the soulful aspect of your inner being. As I've said, the soul will always support and guide you and expect the best, not the worst, the best. Now, what is it that will so often expect the worst? That's our own mind telling us, oh, it's not going to work out. Oh, this is going to go wrong. Oh, that's going to go wrong. Oh my gosh, this is going to befall you. That's going to befall you. You're going to end up this. You're going to end up that. That's the mind. Okay. Why? Because it's steeped in the physical. That's what I keep telling you. Okay. It is steeped in the physical. Your mind is affected by everything going on in the physical world around you. Everything. Your experiences, who you come into contact with, what you're going through with people, what happened to you today, what happened yesterday, what happened 10 years ago, what happened 5 years ago, what this person did to you, what they didn't do to you, what you are facing in the physical. Your mind cannot help be affected by that. It's just the way it is, okay? It can't help it. Now, do you give up on the mind? No. Do you say, oh my gosh, this is it, I'm done, I can't do anything about it? No. You have to just turn things around. You have to align yourself to the soulful inner frequency that you need to get yourself. Because on that frequency, everything changes. Everything is different. Everything is kind of a place of purity, a place of positivity, and a place where it is never affected by the negative or the physical. Because the soulful knowledge and wisdom that came with you on this physical journey is protected and guarded by your inner soul. It is protected. It is not affected by the mind. As I've said on previous episodes, the mind and soul do not have direct communication with each other. How do I know that? That's what my writings told me. So no matter how fearful or worried the mind gets, it cannot get to the soul and share those worries and fears. The soul is ever powerful, ever present from within you, and it embodies aspects of the universe and yourself in your soulful elements. We'll come to soulful elements, it's in my book, but you know, we keep it simple. But those soulful elements are encompassed within the soul, and they protect and guard the power of the soul and its sort of knowledge and wisdom. That's all protected. Okay? So when you start to align yourself with it, and you start to align yourself with that information and that knowledge and that power and that empowerment, have a guess what? You are able to take that purity of knowledge and wisdom, once you can kind of tune into that soulful frequency and get that energy going, and then you can pass it on to the mind. It flows in an amazing direction, like a circulatory system. Now, when you expect the best in every given situation, that positivity of expecting the best with your expectation can then be shared with the mind. Okay? The inner you, the higher self within you, once it's aligned on the soulful frequency of what your soul is sharing, what your soul wishes to share with you, have a guess what? You can now push that toward your mind, and your mind will take it and accept it willingly. You'll be surprised how subservient the mind can be. Now, just as it is subservient to positivity and subservient to what you want to tell it and direct it, it can be just as subservient to negativity. So you've got to be very careful there, okay? You've got to keep things in the positive and keep that soulful energy in alignment with what you do want, not what you don't want, because it has the power to bring you both. It has that power. The mind has that power to bring you both. So it is very important you stay aligned on a soulful level and you share the best of what you want, the best of any given situation, any given situation. So it doesn't matter if you feel this is doom and gloom ahead of you, or that the final outcome could be complete and utter doom and gloom. Okay? Instead of expecting the worst, you must choose to expect the best. Your soul will support you in that endeavor and in that wish. It will be holding your hand and saying, go for it. Expect the best. The more you start to expect the best, you, from within, you share that knowledge of expectation to your mind. You say to your mind, I'm not fearful, I expect the best. Okay, I expect things to turn out right. I expect I'm going to win, not lose. I expect I'm going to turn things around today. I'm expecting things to be turned around today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. I expect that my relationship is going to be repaired. I expect my loss will turn into a win. I expect the friendship that I thought was broken can be renewed and replenished. I expect the falling out that I've had with my family, my friends, my siblings, my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, you name it, my colleagues, my friends. I expect that friendship will be renewed, or that love will be renewed. You've broken up with your boyfriend, you expect the best of repair, of renewal, of building bridges. Or if you decide that's not what you want, you expect the best of a new person to come into your life, or a new friendship, or a new relationship, or a new opportunity, or a new job. You name it, whatever it is time for you to stop expecting the worst, but to expect the best. This is the message that you must share with your soul, that you want to expect the best. And let that expectation now be carried through to your mind. And then your mind will begin to expect the best. And guess what it will do? It will create the situations and circumstances that are affecting you in your physical life. It will begin to turn that into the best, because that is your expectation, and that is what you're telling it. You are expecting. So your mind will say, thank you. I now know what you want. You are saying to your mind, from the soul to the inner you, to your mind, I'm expecting the best. So what is the mind going to do? It's going to create the best, because it knows what your expectations are. You're not leaving things up to the mind to sort out. You are sorting them out on a soulful level. You are allowing your soul's guidance, your soul's knowledge and wisdom to come through and filter through to you. And you're taking the best of that knowledge. Now, why do you take that knowledge? Because, as I said, it is pure. Okay, it's not tainted in any way by what's going on in your physical life. Okay, soulful knowledge is pure. You take that soulful knowledge and you begin to pass it onto the mind, and you tell the mind what you want. Okay, and the mind says, thank you. I know what you want. I will do it. I will help you achieve it. I will help you expect the best, and the best is yet to come, because it knows. It now needs to work, transition, transform what is in the physical for you to be aligned with what is being asked of it on a soulful level. Now, although the mind and the soul don't have direct communication, yes, remember I told you, you are the cornerstone of that relationship, that partnership, that companionship, the inner you, or the higher self, as some people call it. Okay, that is the cornerstone of everything. If the inner you blocks off knowledge and wisdom from the soul, the mind runs rampant, steeping you in fear and worry and expecting the worst. When you align yourself on a soulful level, on that soulful frequency, you restore balance between you, the soul, and the mind. Harmony, peace. You establish that as an individual. And that's why I said, not only are these words, and that's why I said, not only are these words speaking to your soul, but if you use them wisely to affirm to the mind your wants, your needs and desires. As I said, some of them are a bit kick you up the butt ones, but some are affirming. Just because it's not an affirmation doesn't mean you can't affirm it. Come on, you can. You know, affirmations can be shared in many different ways. And although I've said I can't really define my work as being one or the other, you can affirm what you want on a soulful level to the mind, and the mind will listen and do what you want. So this is what you need to think about today. This is what you need to incorporate within your thought process today, and start working on your soul and start working on your mind to change your expectations from the worst to the best in any given situation. And it then says, as part of the passage, it says, for whatever I expect, I am bound to receive. And that, my dear listeners, my dear viewers, that is the power of your soul, you and your mind working together in partnership, in harmony. That's what my Soul Whisperer book says. But it's quite difficult to get that when you read it, because it is channeled work. And, as I said, it's kind of been left in the purity of how it came through. But I'm doing a much more simple version. So, if you don't get it, if you read the book and you didn't get it, then you will in the simplified version, or you will if you are following this Get Inspired, Stay Inspired series. And that's why they call me the Soul Whisperer, which I don't mind. I called my book that, so I guess I listened to the whispers of my soul and then was able to get everything that was coming through on a soulful level to be sharing it now with you. So, whatever you expect, you are bound to receive. That is powerful. It is telling you, if you don't change your expectations, if you don't work on your expectations, all the fearful things you expect and worry about, you're going to receive. So it is imperative that you put a stop or end to the fearful expectations, the worrying expectations, all the expectations that you don't want in your life. Put them to bed, because whatever you expect, you are bound to receive. If you expect the best, you're going to receive it. If you expect good things, you're going to receive it. If you expect success, you're going to receive it. If you expect to get the job, you're going to get it. If you expect to be with someone you wanted to, you will be. Your expectations are key. But if you think, oh, they're not going to care about me or like me, guess what? That becomes your truth just as much as your positive expectations. Your negative expectations also become your truth by your word, by your deed, by your wishes, and by your expectations. So guys, what are you going to do this evening? Change your expectations. Work on your expectations. Anytime you begin to expect the worst, change it to expect the best. And if you do so, everything is going to change and turn around for you, because your mind will know what your expectations are and it will make them happen. Whatever I expect, I am bound to receive. There we go. So I hope you're going to love that one. And I am very, very pleased that I shared that with you. I definitely feel, even for me, that there's some things I need to tune and tweak, because after all, that's truth. That's a spiritual or soulful truth. Your soul needs to know that and help you deal with it, so you can deal with the mind and change your situation, change your circumstances, change everything that you expect or expected the worst of. You can now expect the best of. Okay guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that one, and I will be definitely getting a new episode out to you soon with a new passage, with some new wisdom, some new information. I hope you loved it. If you did, please stick a thumbs up for me. And, you know, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. If you're a avid listener or avid viewer, thank you for joining me, and thank you for doing all the sharing and support that you've been giving me of late, because it is working wonders, and I really, really, really do appreciate that. If you do love my work on a very deep level, please consider being a patron. I started this patron thing, and I feel that with your support, as well as what I'm doing through my efforts as well, I am going to take things to a new level and get more teaching and information and soulful kind of understanding and teaching out there to people that, you know, I feel I could benefit from this in every way that I can. And your help means I can help others. And you're holding my hand and I'm holding yours. So let's work together and make things happen. Okay, well, I'm gonna love and leave you. Have a super day and look forward to the next episode coming up soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.